Today is Monday, October 21st. This is Noreen Johnson, and here are the good news headlines of the day. An attendee at Senator J.D. Vance's Wisconsin rally shouted, "Jesus is King," during his speech on Sunday afternoon, with Vance echoing the attendee and repeating the same phrase, a very different approach than Vice President Kamala Harris seemed to take last week. Vance shared that while he doesn't talk about his faith often, he returned to his faith as a young man and is a devout Christian. He was baptized in 2019 and said this, "I say this as a Christian, as a person who was baptized for the first time just a few years ago. There is something really bizarre with Kamala Harris's anti-Christian rhetoric and anti-Christian approach to public policy." This comes after Vice President Kamala Harris seemingly told two Christian students at her Wisconsin rally last week that they were at the wrong rally when they shouted, "Jesus is Lord and Christ is King." As he continued speaking about faith and politics, he was interrupted by an attendee who shouted, "Jesus is King." Take a look.
There is something really bizarre with Kamala Harris's anti-Christian rhetoric and anti-Christian approach to public policy. I don't think that's right, Jesus is King, and I don't think that we've seen...
President Donald Trump took on a new role as he cooked and served French fries to customers at McDonald's on Sunday afternoon in Pennsylvania, while dishing out plenty of jabs at Vice President Kamala Harris. Thousands of Trump supporters surrounded the McDonald's restaurant as Trump spent the afternoon working as a fry cook after accusing Harris of lying about working at the fast food restaurant. He said this at the drive-thru window as he handed out orders. "I've really wanted to do this all my life, and now I'm going to do it because she didn't do it. I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala at McDonald's." Trump claimed he also spoke with McDonald's about Harris's claims that she worked at the fast food chain. Trump donned an apron and cooked fries while talking to reporters about his call with the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, raising the minimum wage, what it was like working at McDonald's, and even wishing Kamala Harris a happy birthday. And then this, CBS News pushed back against former President Trump's claim that 60 Minutes deceitfully edited its interview with Vice President Kamala Harris, dismissing the allegation as false in a statement released on Sunday. After weeks of staying mum despite mounting backlash over the interview, CBS published a statement Sunday evening addressing the outrage that ensued after airing two different answers to the same question in the 60 Minutes interview earlier this month with the Democratic nominee. The statement says this: "Former President Donald Trump is accusing 60 Minutes of deceitful editing of our October 7th interview with Vice President Kamala Harris. That is false. 60 Minutes gave an excerpt of our interview to Face the Nation that used a longer section of her answer than that on 60 Minutes. Same question, same answer, but a different portion of the response. However, the vice president's lengthy answer didn't make the version that aired on Monday night on 60 Minutes, and a shorter Harris answer to the same question was shown instead." The Center for American Rights, also known as CAR, argued that the discrepancies amount to deliberate news distortion, a violation of the FCC rules governing broadcasters' public interest obligations, and formally complained to the FCC. Former President Trump called for CBS to lose its broadcasting license last week, writing on Truth Social, "A giant fake news scam by CBS and 60 Minutes." In other news, Senator Lindsey said over the weekend that former President Donald Trump was right when he talks about the Democrat Party being the enemy from within. Graham made the remarks during an appearance on NBC News' Meet the Press with host Kristen Welker, saying this: "It is the enemy from within, and they're very dangerous. We have China, we have Russia, we have all these countries. If you have a smart president, they can all be handled. The more difficult are, the Pelosi's. These people, they're so sick and they're so evil." Graham noted that the Democrats' agenda will change America fundamentally, that they want to pack the court, they want to go to 13-9, they want to eliminate the Electoral College. He went on to say that when you talk about rhetoric, there's one candidate in this race who's been shot at and hit in the ear, and we're lucky they didn't blow his head off. Graham said that Democrats are trying to turn the U.S. upside down. It fundamentally changes who we are as a nation, and we're going to stop it at the ballot box. And then today, October 21st, we celebrate the feast day of Saint Hilarion. Saint Hilarion was a hermit, miracle worker, and healer. People were naturally drawn to Hilarion as a source of spiritual wisdom and peace. We can learn the value of solitude from Saint Hilarion. Unlike loneliness, solitude is a positive condition in which we are alone with God. In today's busy and noisy world, we could all use a little solitude. Saint Hilarion, pray for us. And those are your daily good news headlines. This is Catholics for Catholics. May God bless you, and may God bless the USA.